Blessed ones of the nations of the world. One more time, that's as your brother Dan Moses was saying, Yaw Sakoti of TRC, Ghana, coming to you with the continuation of our expose, testimony, New World Disorder, expose part 182, which is what to do. And we want to urge you, challenge you to be watching the exposés chronologically from expose part 1, 2, downwards to 182, what to do. I know for now you have no iota of doubt. You have a full understanding to the truth and the fact that Ghana and the evil genius of Ghana, the hater and the new terrorist of Ghana, together with their wicked counterparts in America, are behind the almost 2 decades of the global helpless, the global evil, from which they are tactically diverting our attention with the shouts of COVID-19, global lockdown, Russia, Ukraine, monkeypox, morbats, and still they are waking up to the reality of the problem they have created, because any problem which is not solved grows, and therefore, as truthful that as the African has been, we have seen the present situation of the world showing a clear picture of total annihilation of the human race, because the problem created by the Joe Biden's, the Hillary Clinton's, and the Barack Obama's have continued to grow till this point. So the God of the African is vindicated. But we are saying, fear not, because this is a recap of, we are recapping, before we go into, we are recapping part 181. Because the Pentagon is fully aware that one law, what is good for Barack Obama and is good for John Donald Trump, it's also good for Jody World Order of the White House. And if Barack Obama, John Donald Trump have no mandate to push any single nuclear button in this issue, which borders on the entire human race, borders on Israel, borders on Palestine, borders on Pakistan, borders on Afghanistan, borders on Christians, borders on Muslims, borders on Judaism, borders on the entire human race. The Pentagon understands that it will be a very big mistake allowing the exceptional stupidity of Joe Biden to lead him to the pushing of any nuclear button, because that would mean the total annihilation of the entire human race. So Pentagon and those who believe in their land and their people in America are watching closely. You understand? Israel is watching closely, Palestine watching closely, Pakistan watching closely, India closely, Russia closely, China closely, Ukraine closely, Europe closely, Australia closely, Africa closely, all of us, you understand? The voices, we are recapping the voices. Joe, you know, the thing is, we were hoping that we could allow you to play humanity and the nations of the world upon with all the medical terrorism and all the ugly tactics, but when you are taking the thing to be careful because you don't have that mandate to push any nuclear button. Beware, Pakistan is saying. Beware, Afghanistan is saying. Beware, Iraq is saying. Beware, Israel is saying. Beware, Palestine is saying. Beware, Europe is saying. Beware, Africa is saying. Beware, Australia is saying. Beware. The human race are saying silently to Joe Biden, and Pentagon will not allow him to be that exceptional to be. So just make a decision as to where to spend eternity, just in case the stupidity of Joe Biden, exceptional stupidity, lead him to push a nuclear button to get us all out of the surface of the earth. That is a recap of part 181. And also in part 181, we have said that the United Nations is fully aware. The International Criminal Court, the powers that be legitimate global, that terrorism is not the internal affairs of any single nation. The problem created by the undercover agent and the establishment in America with the most dangerous terrorists in the world. Nana, person kumiya kumidi pesi Addo. You can add down that problem is not the internal affair of Ghana. The killing of the greatest diplomats, my politicians, my religious leaders, my celebrities, my family members is terrorism. The medical terrorism that has been unleashed on Ghana and the human race, born by this evil man and his administration, but they point finger, China. That problem is terrorism, and it is no internal affair of Ghana. So no matter what the government of Nana Addo Akufo does, Dampare here as well, can Dapa here as well, Osla which also here as well. Ayoko Botre Shelley, Minister for Foreign Affairs here as well, can Oforata here as well, that the conclusion of the whole matter is we will not accept the any investigative report from Ghana under the government of Nana Addo Akufo and from Joe Biden, because it is made by willful lies, false evidence, and U.S. government bribe money. So we will not accept it. So humanity and nation, we should not worry. You understand? All amount to that they have done amount to total nonsense. And no justice, no peace is the conclusion of the whole matter. We salute, sir. So let's go to what to do. We've gotten to, we've recapped. We are back to what to do. What to do, we are going to John chapter 12. Again, what to do is to treat humanity, the people of Ghana, the citizenry of Ghana, with a due dignity, due them as humans, and their lives must be valued. What to do is to treat Africans with a due dignity, and their lives must be valued. What to do is to treat Europeans, Europe, with a due dignity, their lives must be valued. What to do is to treat Australia and Australians with a due dignity, their lives must be valued. What to do is to treat all of the American continent with a due dignity, their lives must be valued as human lives. Asians and Asia, they must be treated with due dignity, due all humans. Their lives must be valued and not be trampled down like it has been done to the people of Ghana, because all men are created equal. That is what you do. And we are going to John chapter 12 and see a lesson from the announcement. If anybody at the White House, if he's called the New World Order, or maybe he's called Barack Obama, or whatever his name is, or he's belong to the establishment and the evil powers that are terrorizing humanity, if they have any concern as to how God has chosen that we settle at John chapter 12 for so long, unless the cloud moves, we are not moving, so we are here. If they think any otherwise, they make a mistake and think any other thing beside we dwelling in John chapter 12. They are being paranoid. They are being psychotic. They have mental issue. And we have a cause as members of human to medicate them, commit medical terrorism against them, and kill them. So they should not make a mistake and think any other thought beside we being in John chapter 12, uncovering that life must be valued. Otherwise, we have a cause to also medically terrorize them. So John, I see my people of the United Kingdom, yes, African, yeah. John chapter 12, verse 3 downwards. Then took Mary a pound of ointment of spikenard. So they see that we are not joking. God knows exactly what he's doing. If they think otherwise, they are qualified for medical terrorism to be visited upon them because they are paranoid. We are proving them. Let's go. Very costly, and anointed the feet of Jesus and wiped his feet with her hair. And the house was filled with the odor of the ointment. Then said one of his disciples, Judas Iscariot, we are going to describe him, the Bible is going to describe Simon's son. If you are talking about Akufo, say Nana Addo Akufo, the biggest terrorist of the world. That's what the Bible is teaching. Okay, which should betray him? He is qualifying Judas. Why was not this ointment sold for 300 pence? He has named the price and given to the poor. This he said, not that he cared for the poor, but because he was a thief, Julo. If he was a chief justice of Ghana, he would be called Thief Justice, and had a bag and bear what was put therein. This is the end of the reading. Thanks be to God. Humanity and the nations of the world. We are here again. John chapter 12. The honoring of Jesus, the valuing of Jesus' life by the family of Lazarus, the family of Mary, the family of Martha. When those that take over the houses of God stood in the house of God and were planning the killing of Jesus, Jesus is a coward. He might not show up at the feast. Will he? In advance of the assassination plot, Jesus courageously entered Bethany one more time to let them know that I'm not afraid of death. And his people, the Jews, through Mary, Martha, the family of Lazarus, started honoring and valuing the life of Jesus through a feast, a dinner that was organized for Jesus to set the stage with a prudence that the world should learn from in honoring the people of their homes by using a lesson at the dinner table. The people in various educational sectors around the globe should be honored and dignified at their dinner tables, breakfast, at their lunches. The various hospitality industries around the globe should learn to dignify life and honor life. And not disrespect, disvalue life. That wisdom was found among the people of Jesus 2,000 years ago, and today they have built on that wisdom, and amazing things is being done in the various hospitality industries in the nations of the world, who have walked in the prudence of the wisdom that was unfolded here. However, what we must understand is, in this wisdom, I'm talking to the hospitality industry, I'm talking to the chop bars of Ghana, I'm talking to the people that run business that deal with customers, I'm talking to KFC, I'm talking to Papaya restaurants all over Ghana, I'm talking to Kempiski, Ghana, I'm talking to La Palm Royal Beach Hotel. That Akuaba testimony, New World Disorder is what you are listening to, and we are saying that we must dignify life, and everything that hinders the dignifying of life, when we have opportunity to honor life in our restaurants, in our hotels, at our chop bars, we must take away that which hinders, whether it is bad odor, whether it is unhygienic condition under which we prepare the food. Like in Ghana, food is cold and hot food. Fruits are sold by open gutters of pee-pee and poops. They must be taken away. You know why? That steals joy. That is the Judas that is hindering your tourism sector. If you didn't take it away, eventually that Judas will slay you, will kill the tourism industry, will kill the chop bar, will kill the restaurant, will kill that business. You don't believe it? Now, at that dinner, Jesus tactically did not get rid of Judas, that we learn something. The next time Jesus dined with Peter, Judas, finally, at the Lord's Supper, Jesus taught a different lesson this time by getting rid of that which steals the joy, that which steals the dignifying of his life, the dignifying of the atmosphere of his disciple. Jesus got rid of that Judas immediately. He said, I will dip this and give it to the person who is to slay me. And he dipped it and gave it to Judas, the one that steals joy, the one that kills, the one that destroys, and got rid of Judas from their midst. Tactically, Judas eliminated himself. That which hinders their joy, that which hinders their peace, that which hinders the good odor, the good atmosphere. Jesus got rid of Judas from their midst. Tactically. They were asking who? Jesus, who is it? Who is it? And eventually, Jesus tactically got rid of Judas from their midst. that which steals their joy, that which hinders their tourism movement. Jesus got rid of tactically at the time that it was way too late for Jesus. Did you hear that? It was way too late for the disciples. It was way too late for their dinner. Why did Jesus do that? He did that to teach us that which is killing our joy when we meet as a family, that we are supposed to dignify each other at the dining table, at the breakfast, at the supper, that which steals our joy, whether it is greed or whatever. If we don't take it out, it will eventually steal our joy, destroy us. It will kill the tourism industry. It will kill the chopper. It will kill their business. Let's take it out. If we take it out too late, by the time we take it out, the business would have collapsed, the restaurant would have collapsed, the tourism industry would have collapsed. Jesus tactically made Lazarus stay at that dinner. Judas Iscariot stay at that dinner, and tactically told them, Judas, be prudent, don't be animal. You understand? Tactically, allow Mary, allow the family of Lazarus, allow my people, the Jews, to dignify me. Yeah. Don't steal away our joy. You understand? Tactically. And their joy, their dignity was accorded them. However, at the other time, Jesus had to get rid of the hindrance when it was way too late, by eliminating Judas from shaming Judas and letting Judas, you are a traitor, move away. Counterparts, move away. Oslauso, move away. Baumiet, away, traitor. You are an enemy of Ghana. Secret. Nana Addo, away. You are an enemy, traitor to Ghana. You are destroying the nation. Jody World, you are a traitor to the entire, a danger to America and the world, a danger to all men are created equal. The declaration of that which kills must be dealt with when it ought to be dealt with, otherwise it will kill us. This is what Jesus, his people, are teaching us through the hospitality industry. At our homes, at the dining halls in various academic institutions, they must be made to feel humans and not be given rotten, filthy, unhygienically prepared meal. They must be dignified. The odor that filled the house, everybody at the home smelled it, not only Jesus. Everybody was blessed by it. The atmosphere, whether good music that we are providing, whether fountain drink that we are providing to go with our meal, that when you are sitting at the table, you can get up at your dinner, you can get up and go to the fountain as often as you want and get your soda and get your because you are paid for it. It comes with your meal. You understand? Whether it is, hi man, you want something else, you must do it dignified. Whether washing the hands of them, you must do it dignified for the people. You understand? Treat them as humans. Jesus has taught us, and what I receive of my Lord, I bring to Europe, Asia, Africa, Australia, Israel, Palestine, Pakistan, Afghanistan, and all the issues, Ghana, Africa, all of us, that we arise and build our nation and not allow our nations to be destroyed by nation wreckers. That is what I hope we have been blessed. We shall continue next time. John chapter 4. The meet there. We are taking it a little at a time. God bless you. You have heard somebody talking total nonsense to the Ghanaian people that the Bible is killing too many people. Somebody, a defender of the Bible, is telling you that the Bible kills no man. The Quran kills no man. The Torah, the Tanakh, kills no man. It is fellow human beings who kill fellow humans under the guise of religion. So United Kingdom have defended the King's book to my people of Ghana. The Bible enslaves no man. It's a fellow human being that do that under the guise of religion. The Bible kills no one in Africa, in Ghana. The Quran, the Torah, the Tanakh. Religious books don't kill anybody. It is people that hold the book and hide behind the book to commit heinous atrocities. What I've shared with you came from the Bible. And you testify that it is good for the build up of your family, for the build up of that academic institution, for the build up of that community, through dignifying fellow humans in the food, through the food industry. You know that it is good for Pakistan, Afghanistan, Israel, America, all of us. So we are not killing you. The Bible is not killing you. It is giving you a lesson. Just like the Quran is not killing you, the Tanakh is not killing you, the Torah is not killing you. We know the truth that it is fellow human beings, like in Ghana, wicked, who sit in the house of a plan to kill my Reverend Dr. David and plan to cover up the crimes. It is not the Bible which killed Reverend Dr. David Abima. Fellow human beings. So we have settled it, you understand? And those fellow human beings must be kicked out. Whether they are in the Flagstaff house, Jubilee House, Confused House, the White House, or whichever house that are troubling the joy in our houses, we would send them off. God bless you. God bless my homeland. Bye bye.